Hi, fellow traders. Man, what a wild day today. This morning, really. I'm not talking about the rest of the day was boring. But this morning, especially pre-market, was off the chain. You had some really, really good money-making opportunities. It seems like it's always happening pre-market. And then by the time the market opens, you don't get those big moves. And you come into the market expecting this huge explosion, and you get a pop rock or something, one of those snap pops, and then that's all you get. So it can get frustrating. It got to me today. I mean, it really got to me today, and it was all because I had these expectations based on what was going on pre-market to follow over into the market open, and it didn't, and I got pissed at the market. And it happens, and it sneaks up on you without you even thinking about it. And that's kind of what I dealt with today. But we'll talk a little bit about that here in a minute. But I want to address this question. I've gotten this a lot in the last couple of weeks because we ramped up our swing trading, and a lot of people are asking me, which is more profitable? Which one can I make the most money on? Is it day trading or swing trading? And I mean, obviously, the um, the most profit potential, or the most potential profit, will come from day trading because you've got more opportunity. You're going to take more trades, but on the same, on the other hand, you have more trades to lose on. Sometimes you get into over trading, and the profit potential kind of diminishes, and you're pretty much doing it to yourself. But if you look at it on paper, day trading has the most profit potential. Now, that's not the reason why you need to choose one or the other. Day trading, everybody knows we open and close multiple positions throughout the day. The swing trades, we hold trades overnight, 2 or 3 days, 5 days. The longer term swing traders will hold them even longer. So you don't want to choose it based on where the money is. You want to choose it based on how it fits you. You're going to have to look at your capital. Are you needing capital? So maybe swing trading might be a good thing, where you just slowly grow your account. You get comfortable in the market and all that stuff. Or you may not have a whole lot of time. And swing trading, works with people that just don't have a whole lot of time. I started day trading, and I was day trading alongside my job, and it was frustrating at times because, being a teacher, I tried to have a schedule every day where I could trade the open at least and have that first 30 minutes, 9:30 to 10 o'clock open. But sometimes we would have assemblies. It could be a fire drill. It's so many things. Somebody could come in and do an observation, and it was really frustrating. So when I started kind of learning how to swing trade, and I used the all-day hold to segue me into swing trading, it took a lot of pressure off, and I was a lot more comfortable because of the time constraint. But even though I love day trading, is what I love to do, swing trading a lot of times pays the bills when day trading is not there for one reason or another. The other thing is just your psyche. It really comes down to who you are as a person. Are you a big picture type guy? If you are, swing trading is probably going to fit you better than if you were a small picture guy, and that's where day trading comes in. Now, some people are big picture guys, and they fight this day trading for years, and they never can figure out why they can't get it. They can't get it because they are a big picture guy, and they have a hard time viewing the small picture, and so they don't do well day trading. Or it works the other way. You could be a small picture guy trying to swing trade, and that way you will never be able to allow your trades to work. You're going to always micromanage that swing trade, whereas you need to just get in it, set the target, and then walk away. All right, so obviously swing trading, you're going to gather your profits a little slower, but you can still gather profits. It may be slower, but in some cases you can outdo day trading. And I'm going to show you what I made this month day trading versus swing trading, and the reason why, really. But as I mentioned before, there's something else that you could do, is all day holds. And I had let me read 1, 2, 3, 6 people that I mentor that I chatted with today. And one we had a mentor session today that took BA for all day hold. That's all they do. All they do is all day holds, or they may do a small swing, but they're not so much big picture guys, but they're not really small picture guys either. They kind of fit in the middle. And this was a strategy that segued me from day trading to swing trading. It helped me become a little bit more comfortable swing trading. And this is the strategy that they trade every day. And it's just like swing trading, you have to give it a little bit more room, but it's you're day trading with a swing trading mindset. And you can do pretty good on it. And you can see all they do is you have to wait, let the first 10 or 15 minutes come in, let the market settle, and they take a second entry on everything, which could be considered a trend continuation entry. So they take the trend continuation entry, set their stop at the low of the open, and just nail their profit targets. The guy I mentored with today, he had a target here at the daily 20. His final target was 135, I believe, and he had another target in the middle. But and the others just had one target, which was 135. And they just set their stop, or a bracket order, a range order, however you want to do it. They just set their stop so that when it's either going to stop them out or hit their target. And basically that's what we're doing with swing trading. But just to give you an idea, this is what I've done swing trading in May. And the first week was a wash. I know what the deal was there. But we're doing this 30-day refocus challenge. And you guys, the next video is going to be dropped tomorrow. So make sure you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing up to this point. But that's the only way I was able to figure out what was going on here. I was missing a lot of moves for one reason or another. Some you just can't, I can't control that because I'm not here. But a lot of moves intraday I missed in the morning or whatever because I'm answering private messages and all of this stuff when I'm supposed to be focusing on my trading. So that's going to change. It's one of the things I identified in this 30-day refocus challenge that I need to fix. Now, I've been through this before. It's kind of slipped back in. I've kind of fell back into that trap. I worked my way into it maybe a year and a half ago. I've worked my way back into it again, and I need to back it up. And I've got a strategy in place to fix that. But you can see with day trading, not much. These are the 3 swing trades that I closed this month. One of them, this one I got in April. I held this one for a month. That SGen or QGen, one of those two. But other than that, I booked this profit this month. Some of these I scaled out of, but I booked the profit this month. I wait to the end of the trade, and I wait for it to close or settle overnight, and then I get the true P&L. Then I know once the trade is over, this is how much I booked. And you can see $11,000 on 3 trades just this month in swing trading. So yeah, I made more money this month swing trading than I did day trading. But this is not my only day trading account. This is the small one. I'm only trading using $36,000 in buying power. So you can't look at this. And a lot of you guys are looking at this and then looking at that and saying, ooh, I want to swing trade because this is where the money is. If you cannot see the big picture, don't try doing it, because you're not going to do well on it. You're going to take these trades off before they work. Now, yeah, some of them do fail, and yeah, you might have saved some money if you took it off early, but you don't know. You don't know. So you have to trust the process, trust the strategy, and let it work. All right, so if I put this up against a day trading account that I have, $250,000 buying power in, it won't even be close. It wouldn't be close. But I just wanted to show you that just because you have the most potential in day trading doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make more money day trading than swing trading. They're going to be the market conditions. They're going to be other factors. It's going to be your capital. All of these things are going to come into play. Your focus, your time. So that's what I want you guys to think about. And whenever somebody asks me, or I'm counseling somebody on whether they're going to swing trade or day trade, the first question is, are you a big picture guy? And you got to look at yourself in the mirror and give yourself an honest answer, because that's going to determine where you're going to want to put your focus. And it's just that simple. All right, so like I said, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm fixing my lack of focus problem in chat by starting in June. I'm going to take everybody through the roadmap to success. We're going through it together, step by step, week by week. All right. I know some of you got in. You said you kind of lost. Some things you don't understand, and I'm answering a lot of these questions during the day in chat through PM and all of that stuff. I need to eliminate that. I need to make sure that we're all on the same page before the market even opens. So what I'm going to have to do is start fresh. We're going to go through it. We're doing it in June because the 30-day refocus challenge will be over, and we should be ready and focused and ready to do what we need to do in order to get better. And this roadmap that I'm taking you through, it's a roadmap to $1 million if you follow it, and if you do the right things. So just Um, that's the pivot that I'm making that should help free my mind up and free me to locking back in and catching some of these secondary moves. And those are the ones that are really paying. I just don't. We wait, and a lot of you guys catching it is great, but I want some of that money too. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm opening up 25 seats. So anybody that's not a part of Average Joe Trading, if you're not a member and you want to go through this, this is a 6-month membership. You get one-on-one mentoring with me, and it's an intense thing if you do what you're supposed to do. 150 is the max that I would have, and I was maxed. I was locked. I had a couple of guys that let their subscription expire, and before they could join again, other people signed up and beat them to it, and they were locked out. Because once 150 people log in, nobody else can log in. There's no provisionals, there's nothing. So I could only keep 150 people. Now I'm gonna let 25 more in. That's the most. I may only get 1 or 2. It doesn't matter. Well, I know the 2 guys that got locked out are joining, but everybody that's already in, you're gonna be going through this with me. So you guys that are already members, you don't have to do anything else. But it will be opened up. 25 people. Once 25 people, when you go to try to sign up, it's going to tell you you're going to be on a waiting list. So all of that's automated. So if it goes through, you're in. If I'm full, it'll say you're gonna go on a waiting list. You have the option to sign up and be on the waiting list, or try again later. But that is the roadmap to success, and I'm going to take you through it starting June 1st. If you guys sign up now, the clock won't start until June 1st. All right, so you'll get a couple of weeks free. These last couple of weeks, you'll get free. You can get a head start. So, but anybody that signs up now through the end of the month, the clock's not going to start until June 1st. And that'll carry you through December. So you should be ready to hit January 2021. You should be revved up and ready to go. Stacking them up and knocking them down. All right, so let's look at what happened today. Now, we talked about this yesterday. We in our market analysis session, where we had this key 285 level, okay, and we actually lost it, then came back and tried to claim it. This morning, we gapped up. I looked at the market last night, and we were gapping up. And again, here we are. We went through 295 on this push. You can see it's hit once, twice. Here's the gap up. Now we're running into the 90-day, and then we've got the 200 right here at the $300 mark. But what was interesting is that this thing ran up and pulled back, and it kind of held above that 295 level. So overnight, going into tomorrow, I'm going to be watching to see if this holds. If not, we may be coming back. But you can see the market is trading in this channel for the last month or so. And it can't break out one way or the other. So whichever way it breaks, that's going to kind of give us a direction that we're going to have going into June. I mean, that's my take on it anyway. But all this does is just breed caution. That's just breeding caution right now. I don't know if the Bulls are going to keep this or if the Bears are going to teach the Bulls a lesson and slap this thing back. But again, like I said yesterday, it was going to be an interesting week, and we're already off to an interesting start. All right, so 2 swings I got in. I'm going to cover these real quick. These are right off the watch list that we went over yesterday. What's odd is that the market gapped up and pushed. These opened like they were supposed to, triggered an entry, and then sold off. But we're still in play. We're still in play. And not every trade is going to work immediately. And this is why I say you have to be a big picture guy in swing trading. Do you know, I had the number, I counted it. It's either 4 or 5 traders that actually took this trade this morning, stopped out already. They stopped out because they were sitting there watching the intraday chart. In that, they're not big picture guys. They're small picture guys. And so if you're going to swing, again, you need to be one of those big picture guys. You got to have a big picture mindset. And the other one I got in was CNC. Both of these did the same thing. This one opened in a gap up, pushed up a little bit, and then sold off. But the trade is not dead. It's not dead yet. And a couple of those trades that we looked at, that I booked this month already, did the same thing. Just had to hold on to it and let it bounce. So those are the 2 swings we got in today. Now look at this. You can see I did look at this when I started analyzing these trades. I did look at this, and then I zoomed out. Big picture. What is this starting to form? What does that look like? Looks like a bull flag to me. So as long as this thing holds, I'm still in play. So no way I'm going to dump this just yet. The flag is still intact. Just because we had a bad day doesn't mean that it's not going to go. So going to keep that. Got to kind of keep that in mind. All right, so BA. And I was okay with this move. Okay, I waited. I didn't take the initial break on BA. You know how this stock does. The initial breakout move rarely works. You let it come back. You catch the next one. And that's exactly what I did. It bounced up. It pulled back. I caught it. And it just sat there. So I took it off. I didn't want to sit there and hold it. I was going to wait for it to break above this level again. And instead of sitting here waiting, I went and started messing with MRNA, thinking that this thing was going to rip back up again. And this is when I got pissed, because I expected this, that I figured all of this was profit taking. I was going to wait until we cleared all of that, get in. This thing was going to rip up, and I was going to be rolling in dough today. It didn't. This candle opened, it pushed up a little bit, and then it fell off. Then this candle opened and stopped me out. I was like, ugh. So got a little irritated there. So I got back in on this, and look at this. Just chopped around, put in this channel. We finally broke out of it. I was able to take profit, but then the very next candle came back, stopped me out, break even, and that was that. And this I had to go for a walk after this. I had to go for a walk. I really, really did. Now, I didn't intend on getting in with 500 shares back over here. I was on my I was walking and a little bit hot and on my phone, so I kind of didn't see it very good. But it always happens when you trade on your phone. You really get messed up. But took a little bit off of this. And then here we started selling off. We started selling off here. And I waited until, I was telling you guys, wait until we break the channel. This is the channel here. Wait until we break the channel. And that's why I got in. And then maybe 10 minutes after I got in, everything went dead over here. We had a big thunder boom. Had some bad weather coming through. And was in dark territory for a while. But I was trying to manage this on my phone. And I actually took some profit here and went to put in my next profit target and accidentally added to the position. So I'm still waiting on it to hit the 200. I'm thinking it's going to hit the 200 today here after market before I have to cut it off. 8 o'clock is the cutoff time, but we'll see. And it should be able to make some back. But there was really no trade for me until it broke this channel. And by then we were outside of all the moving averages and stuff. And you could see the window of opportunity we had. Big window. Here was the low. This was like the target from the beginning. And then as the 200 just moved up, that became the target. But just being patient, waiting for these moves, they pay. You just have to be patient. So hopefully I'll get the last leg of this thing before the market shuts down for good and can put a little money in the bank today. All right, so that's it. That wraps it up. So you guys have a great night, a great evening, and we will get back at this thing tomorrow.